name is Susan Hattie, and I have been coming to Meadow Park for approximately six and a half years. My husband and I moved to Columbus from Stillwater, Oklahoma. It was the winter of 2006. I found myself in a real weird position, and physically and emotionally, and Jeff and I didn't know what was going on. And I mean, I wasn't eating, I was barely functioning. I went to work and I was still a mom, but my function was just null. I was flat. And the week passed, and Jeff and I talked about it, and we realized, oh, I've had a huge depression. I mean, just an extreme low depression, very unhappy, just extreme worthlessness, no desire to do anything. And so we thought, oh, well, we kind of know what the triggers are now, and we're gonna figure this out, and we'll know what to look for should this happen again. So with that said, about 6 months later, I hit in another extreme bout of depression, and I had a suicide attempt. I mean, that was an extreme crisis in our life. And I remember Jeff putting me in bed, and the boys coming in and trying to comfort me. We realized we were in an extreme crisis. And thankfully, God led us to this point. We truly believe that now, looking back. There was a program in our church called Celebrate Recovery. It was for anybody with a hurt, a habit, and a hang-up, Christ-centered 12-step group. That very next week, I went. I was very embarrassed to be there. So I got there and I sat in the back, and I thought it was really a hokey situation. You know, they were singing and clapping and carrying on, and I thought, oh gosh, this is not for me. This is not my gig. The next week I found myself back there again, and I did go to the ladies group, but I couldn't tell anybody my name. I couldn't tell anybody anything. I just cried. God miraculously took me through a journey of healing. I was able to recognize sin that I didn't know I had. Didn't recognize that I was angry, that I was bitter, and that, you know, I just kind of lived in a low. I lived in that valley, you know, and I know we're talking about canyons, but that's truly what I felt like. I felt like I was at the bottom of the V of the canyon, and I could just feel the walls around me. And you know, God took my hand and He led me out of that. It was not a fast process, but I feel like it was an extremely healing process. Through that time, I ended up going through 12 steps, different studies. I was able to lead most of those, and I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful that God allowed me to be the person that needed to be in that valley, because I've been able to take the hand of other women and, through God's help, lead them out of the valley. It's pretty awesome to watch somebody come through recovery. I've had ladies with alcoholism, I've had drug addict ladies, I've had ladies with issues of perfectionism. I mean, you know, who knew that would be something that would take you into the valley? If it consumes your life, then it's probably not from God. God needs to consume our lives. There's still days where if somebody looks at me wrong, or if I hear the wrong word, I can go straight to that. It's like jumping off the cliff into the canyon. But God is rapid to catch me. He's never since let me go all the way to the bottom of that canyon. There's hope. God knows you're in the valley. He knows how long you're going to be in the valley. He knows the way out of the valley. And He doesn't say there's not going to be another valley. He says, but I'm going to be there with you. And I truly believe that. Grace is His gift of provision, of protection. There's hope.